Hey there friends, it's Melony, and I am sitting down today to share a video with you that I have been needing to film for almost 3 weeks. Like, seriously, I've just not had the time. Plus, I kind of felt like, well, I need to put on some makeup and make sure my hair looks okay and make sure, you know, that I have all of my self looking better. But the bottom line is, this is just the way that I look lately. I am working out right now twice a day, and so makeup is pretty much pointless. I put makeup on before I go to church on Sunday, and then at some point during the day on Sunday I work out, and it all comes just straight off of me. So this is me. At least I brushed my hair. I have no makeup, hair is brushed, and we're just gonna have to make do with that because that's not what the video is about anyway. So what the video is about is I am going to finally do my review on the 3-day refresh that I did, like I said, almost 3 weeks ago. So because it's been so long, I am super glad that I remembered to take notes, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So for anyone who doesn't know what the 3-day refresh is, it is kind of, it's kind of a program. It's kind of like a little detox kit, if you want to call it that, that you order through a Beachbody coach. I am a Beachbody coach, and so I just ordered it directly from the company. But basically, it is a program that you follow for 3 days. It is a super clean, or it's a program where you eat super clean for 3 days, and it is supposed to help kind of flush a lot of toxins out of your body. And really what it claims to do is like break the bad habits that maybe you have gotten into of eating a lot of processed foods, maybe craving a lot of junk or, you know, sweets, or, you know, whatever your problem happens to be with your eating. It says that it can help you with that. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Even with me being a Beachbody coach, I was super skeptical of this going into it. I was very hopeful, but I was very skeptical. I didn't really see how 3 days was enough time to change all of that and make any kind of a real difference. But I wanted to give it a try. I committed to it and said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to deviate from the plan. We're just going to see what happens. It's only 3 days. You can change the way that you normally eat for 3 days. It's not going to hurt you. So I even decided, hey, if I'm hungry for 3 days, then I'll be hungry for 3 days. I knew that I wasn't going to be starving because you're allowed to, have food on the plan. But I really kind of thought that I was going to be hungry. Let me just tell you real quick, for 3 days, this is the program that you follow. You have your Shakeology in the morning, and you get to choose from a variety of different flavors. This particular time, I went with the tropical strawberry, simply because I had never tried the strawberry before, and when you order Shakeology, you get like a month's supply, and so I didn't want to order a month's worth of strawberry if I ended up hating it. So I looked at this as like a really good opportunity to get 3 days worth, which is just 3 little packages, and if I hate it, then I can just not use it, because I have vanilla, I have chocolate here, and I have cafe latte. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think that's called. So I knew that I would have Shakeology. Regardless, I ordered the strawberry, and then that's the first thing that you have in the morning. And then later in the morning, you have your fiber sweep. I'll come back to that in a minute, but then you can have a cup of tea, kind of mid-morning after your fiber sweep. I never could seem to get that fit in, so I didn't do that. But for lunch, you have a vanilla fresh protein shake, as well as a vegetable option that they tell you some of your options for vegetables. And then, let's see, and at lunch you also have, vanilla fresh and veggie for lunch. And then you also have the vanilla fresh and a dinner recipe that they provide for you. And there are a lot of good ones to choose from. As well as, that's what you have for dinner. But at snack in the afternoon, because I skipped that part, you have a vegetable and a healthy snack. Or a healthy fat. So maybe what you would have would be cucumbers and hummus. Or carrots and hummus. Or something like that. Something and avocado. The options are kind of limitless. that's pretty much what you have. And then you drink lots and lots and lots of water for 3 days. And that is absolutely crucial. That part I knew was going to be hard for me, but I gave it my best shot. And I know that it totally is such an important part of this program. You are allowed to drink black coffee or green tea, but you're not allowed to use any like sugar in your coffee. You can use like stevia, which is what I use anyway. And you can't use any like creamers or anything. So really for the 3 days, I didn't have any coffee. I went 3 whole days without coffee, and let me tell you, it was an experience. So that's basically the program overview. That's what you do. And during the program, they tell you not, or they advise you not to do any like really strenuous workouts. You kind of just, if you want to work out, you want to do something a little bit more light to moderate, meaning take a walk around your neighborhood, you know, maybe do some yoga, something really, you're not going to want to do some high intensity working out, because the point of that is that during this whole process, you know, your body's going to be trying to flush out toxins, and they want your body to be able to really focus all of its energy on that. And if you're working out, then you're forcing your body to burn energy by working out. So I did not work out for the whole 3 days that I did this program, because I just wanted to follow it as closely as I could. I mean, I guess technically I could have done some yoga or something, but I didn't know what to expect. So I didn't work out for those 3 days. My review on the specific products, the Shakeology, I found out that I love the tropical strawberry, which is totally a shock to me because I don't like strawberry flavored, you know, milkshakes. I don't like strawberry cake. I don't like a whole lot of strawberry flavored things. But I think it's that I don't like artificial strawberry, and I don't know how to explain it, but this tasted a lot more like real strawberry. So I don't know. I loved it. I will totally be adding the tropical strawberry flavor to my Shakeology. You know, I get a shipment every month, so I'll probably alternate it a little bit, but it was delicious, and I was really glad that I gave that a try. The fiber sweep that you do this once a day in the morning, and it's not great. I'm not going to lie to you. There are a lot of people who will give you tips on how to kind of get through it. I will tell you, get the water as cold as you can. I would not recommend using ice though, because the product will like stick to the ice, and that's not real good. Don't put it in too much water, but because then you're going to be chugging a lot of water, but you definitely want to put it in enough. I mean, it recommends that you drink it in 8 to 10 ounces of water. So I usually just went for the straight 8 ounces of water, cold as I could get it. And you're going to want to drink it fast, because the longer you let it sit, the fiber that's in it, it literally will start to thicken, and you don't want to do that. I did not do that. I knew ahead of time to drink it, and drink it as fast as I could. The texture of it, it is going to sound absolutely terrible, but the only thing I can think of to compare it to is like sawdust. It even kind of looks like sawdust down in the bottom of your cup. It doesn't really, at first, it does not like dissolve into the water. You don't want it to dissolve into the water. So it literally is like you're drinking a glass of water with some sawdust in it. It is lemon flavored, which helps a lot of people with, you know, the taste or whatever. I personally don't like lemon flavor, so that really didn't help me. It actually made it harder for me to drink, just because I don't like I don't drink lemon in my water. I don't tend to like lemon flavored drinks all that much. So that was not a help to me. So for this particular part of the program, it was my least favorite part for sure. But would I do it again? Absolutely. I absolutely would do it again. Just because I feel like it has great health benefits. So the fiber sweep was kind of icky in my opinion, but I would totally do it again because it goes so fast and then it's not a big deal. The Vanilla Fresh shakes were good. In my opinion, they're not quite as good as the Shakeology, but they're still pretty good. The one that you have at lunch, you get to mix in fruit, and so I put in half of a frozen banana. The one in the evening, you don't get to have fruit with it, so you pretty much just drink that one with ice and water, and then if you want to, you can put in some I think every time I did it in the evening, I put in cinnamon, and that really helped a lot too. That was really good. So the vanilla fresh shakes were actually pretty good. They were much better than I expected them to be. And then the dinner recipes that they provide, I only did one. I think I ate the same thing for dinner every single night, but it was really, really delicious. Now, I will say, if you don't like vegetables, this is going to be harder for you to get through. I like vegetables, so that wasn't a problem for me. I just did steamed vegetables with, I think it's 2 teaspoons of coconut oil, and then I did a little bit of the pink Himalayan salt, and then I did crushed red pepper on mine, because I like my food spicy. And that was absolutely delicious. Like, I would eat that even if I didn't have to. Meaning, I would eat that for dinner now. It was that good. It was really, really, really good. And I think I took either a video or picture of what that dinner looked like. So I'll insert that so you guys can see it. But that's basically what you have. You also have one veggie option at lunch during the day. It's a smaller one, and you literally are just eating a small portion of vegetables with a healthy fat. So I just sauteed mine in coconut oil, and we were good to go. And then, okay, so let me tell you guys kind of my thoughts during this whole process. I already told you that going into it, I was very skeptical. I really didn't see how any program, given just 3 days, was going to make that much of a difference for me, but I was willing to try it. Day 1 was harder for me physically because I got a headache. Anybody who drinks coffee on a regular basis, even if you don't drink a ton of coffee, if your body is used to having that, you're going to get headaches when you don't have that caffeine. So day 1, I totally expected to get a headache. I lasted up until probably mid-afternoon, and then I got a headache. And my headache got worse and worse and worse as the night progressed, but I was determined to not give in. Technically, I could have gone and made myself a cup of black coffee, but I don't like black coffee. So I would rather just kick myself of the habit, or, get rid of the habit and just not have it at all. So I just didn't have any coffee, and I just suffered through it. I took some headache medicine, and that was it. I went to bed. So day 1, I was just kind of like, I don't really feel any different. Other than the fact that I have a raging headache, I don't feel any different. Day 2 was surprisingly more mentally challenging for me than it was physical. Physically, during all 3 of these days, I felt satisfied with what I was taking in. All of the food that I was having, it left me feeling satisfied. I did not feel hungry at all on this program, as long as I remembered to have my meals at the right times, and space them out. I wasn't hungry. Physically, it wasn't hard for me day 2. Mentally, it was a lot harder. And day 2 was the day that for whatever reason, I started feeling a little bit more emotional. And, this is a pretty common thing when you go through a program where you're detoxing and you're flushing toxins out of your system. I don't think people realize that is going to open up some emotions as well. And for me, food, I have a lot of emotions tied to food. I'm a stress eater. And so that was hard for me. Because all of these emotions were all of a sudden coming to the surface, and I didn't expect that, and I didn't really know what to do about it. But I made it through day 2, and I was very introspective. I don't even know how else to put it. I was just very aware of how I was feeling that day, versus on other days when I'm stressed out or I'm feeling emotional or whatever, I would just eat something and I would feel better. This particular day, it really forced me to confront what I was feeling and not cope by eating something. So day 2 was mentally harder for me, but physically it was not really that difficult. I will say on day 2, I kind of felt a little bit different. Like, my body actually felt a little bit different, but not a lot. Day 2, I think part of my problem also was that I started going, is this really doing anything? Like, am I going through this just to see no results? But, day 2 was probably the hardest day for me. Day 3, I woke up and at this point, I was like, okay, yesterday was kind of hard, but I'm determined. I'm on my last day. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to stay on the plan. I'm going to eat super clean. And that's what I did. Day 3 really wasn't hard for me physically. It wasn't as hard for me mentally. It was more of a, okay, I can see the finish line at this point, and I'm excited about seeing the changes. I want to know what's going on. So that's kind of how I felt through the 3-day process. When I woke up on the morning of day 4, so once I finished the program, I felt different. I did not wake up craving caffeine. I actually woke up hungry, which hasn't happened to me in years. But I woke up hungry and I wanted real food. I didn't want coffee. I wanted food. And I was really excited about that. I actually felt different, and my body, it just felt cleaner, and I didn't feel weighed down by a lot of like toxins and just junk. You know, when you eat junk food, for a moment it might feel good, but afterward you almost always regret it. You know, you almost always go, that didn't make me feel good at all. Why did I do that? So I woke up on Monday. So I did the program Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I woke up on Monday and I weighed myself. And you guys, I lost 6 pounds in 3 days. Like, and that may not seem like a lot. Sorry, I'm getting uncomfortable, so I'm shifting. That may not seem like a lot, but for me, I don't lose weight easily. Like, it is actually really difficult for me to see numbers on the number on the scale go down. I'll share a little bit more about that whenever I talk about how I've been doing on the 21-day fix program. But I was so shocked when I got on the scale and realized that I had lost 6 pounds. Now, I know that a lot of it, if not all of it, was water weight. But regardless, I no longer felt bloated. I no longer looked bloated. I had lost 6 pounds and I was psyched. I was not only psyched, but I was shocked, because remember, going into this, I was totally skeptical. I was like, 3 days is nothing. 3 days is not going to make that much of a difference. But by the end of the 3rd day, when I woke up on the 4th day, I felt like a completely new person, and I was so energized and so like charged and ready to go. I was so excited that I had decided to do this program. So after the program, I think the thing that stuck with me the most is it really convinced me that clean eating works. It absolutely is crucial if you want to be healthy, lose weight, and, just be strong and feel good on the inside. You've got to have a clean diet. And I don't think that I had ever realized that before. I would eat healthy. I would eat somewhat healthy. But this really forced me to take a hard look at how I was eating and what I was considering to be clean. I felt amazing after that 3 days. Absolutely amazing. And it was so surprising to me because, like I said several times already in this video, I did not think that I would feel all that much different just after 3 days. So going forward, what I decided to do was to really try to stay consistent with drinking as much water as I can and try to keep my eating as clean as I can. That Monday when I woke up, that was day 1 of the 21-day fix for me. And if you guys have been following along that journey, you've basically been seeing kind of what I ate. The first, I think I filmed the first 11 days or something like that. I haven't posted all of them yet. But after that point, I stopped recording because I was eating literally the same things every single day. So I am going to do a recap on the 21-day fix, but that is that's a different subject. So I think another thing to mention is that, I've had people ask me, is this something that you will do again? Will you do this program again? And I can say without a doubt, absolutely yes. I will absolutely do this program again. I think that it's just a really good thing to do for our bodies every now and then. So yeah, I will totally do it again. I might do it twice a year. I mean, I might do it, I don't know how frequently I'm going to do it. when you're eating clean, like I'm trying really hard to do, I don't know that it's necessary to do it as often, because that's kind of what you did on the program, was just you ate really super clean and you drank a lot of water, and that's what I'm trying to do anyway, just to continue with that process. But I can totally say that I will most likely do the 3-day refresh again, because in my opinion, it works. It totally works. So I'm sorry that it took me so long to get this filmed. Like I said, I have been crazy busy. I'm in week 3 of the 21-day fix now, which means that I'm working out twice a day, because you do have the option in the 3rd week to do 2 workouts a day. And so I'm doing 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. So this is pretty much what I look like, except right after I work out, you guys know that I turn bright red, which I was a little bit ago. So I'm in the 3rd week of that. I am going to do a video talking to you guys about that program and letting you know what is coming up. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the 3-day refresh. I hope that you guys have found this video helpful. If you previously had questions, I know I personally did. I wanted to hear from someone who'd actually gone through this. And I wanted someone to be honest with me. You know, I did not want to talk to someone who was just trying to sell me a program. I wanted to know real, honest opinions, the good, the bad, the ugly about this. And I actually got that from someone, and I decided to give it a try, and now I am so incredibly glad that I did. So if you guys have any questions, leave them for me in the comment section below. I will go ahead and leave a link for you on one of the sides here for my 21-day fix playlist, so you can see, you know, kind of what happened after I finished the 3-day refresh. And that's going to be it. I don't really have anything else to share, but if you have any questions, leave them for me, and I will be happy to tell you whatever I can regarding this program. That's going to be it. You guys have a super great day, and I'll be back really soon. Bye now.